Hey friends, we are going to be talking about relationships. The first thing I want you to know is that your relationship with anybody in the world is dependent on your thoughts about them. If you have a rough relationship with someone, you may blame it on their behavior, but it's never because of their behavior. It's always because of the way you're thinking about their behavior.
People try to tell me who they are. They try and tell me what they are. And of course, I have my perception of the person, right? I have my definition of the person. I have my experience of the person, and they have their experience of themselves. So even though it's the same person, my relationship with that person is dependent on how I think about them. So often I'll be in contrast, especially with my clients and my students. Well, they'll have a very negative opinion about themselves, and I'll have a very positive opinion about them, which who of us is right? And what my clients will say, they'll say, well, if you really knew me. And I say, no, it's the other way around. If you really knew you.
So the first thing that we cover is really that relationships are thoughts. The next thing that I introduce you to is the idea of a manual, right? Where we have like these operating manuals for other people and how we think they should behave. And the problem with having a manual is that we set ourselves up to be disappointed when other people don't follow our manuals. We have an idea of how people should behave, and they never really comply with how we think they should behave. People aren't kind the way we think they should be kind. They're not polite the way we think they should be polite. They don't show up on time the way we think, right? We have all these rules. Nobody follows them, and so we set ourselves up for disappointment. So one of the things I want you to recognize are the manuals that you have for other people, and notice how those manuals are causing you a tremendous amount of pain. I will say the manual is one of the most important tools to understand. Now, do not teach other people about manuals. Don't tell other people they have a manual for you, right? That's not your job. Your job is just to understand that you are not responsible for other people's feelings. When you say no or you don't comply with their manual and they get upset about it, that is not your responsibility. You do not have to go around complying with other people's manuals. That being said, people don't need to be complying with your manuals. And if you have conditions on feeling love, you're going to prevent yourself from feeling love based on whether those conditions are met or not. And when you can really learn the skill of feeling love for people no matter what, when you've really identified how to be someone who loves unconditionally, the benefit for you get to feel love all the time. And love feels amazing and love is awesome. And if you want to have a really good relationship, I want to recommend that you just let people be who they are. You can make requests of them. You can ask them to do things, but don't expect them to comply. You will enjoy other people so much more if you just let them be who they are. You want to control other people. You want to have manuals for other people so you can feel differently. But I'm telling you, that is the long way around. Trying to control somebody else so you can feel better is exhausting. You just need to control your mind about their behavior to feel better. So much easier.